Hey, everybody. It's 6 o'clock Monday night. How are you all? So I went live today in the Guidance 311 group, and I hope you take a look at that video because actually I ended up talking about the intuitive guidance course that I've got coming up. And it was really kind of interesting how sometimes you're brought to speak about something that you're not even aware that you're ready to speak about. But I got the indication to put this course out several years ago. After I created the Guidance 311 series, which was 10 classes, it became one of those things where then everybody kind of wanted to keep going further in the development of their intuition. Hey, everybody. So welcome. So I'm going to talk about the intuitive guidance course that I've got coming up. Tomorrow night, I am going to go live for Tarot Tuesday at 7 o'clock. We're going to get back to our normal. But tonight I wanted to pop on and talk about the course because anybody that took the intuitive intro to intuition with me, or have taken the evidentiary mediumship course, whether it was in person or online, you know, what we went through last year really forced me to grow, to evolve. And I had to figure out how to bring my teaching online and not be in person. And it was challenging. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, really, you talk about a leap of faith. You talk about being made uncomfortable. It really did force me out of my comfort zone. So I did the Guidance 311 course a couple of times in person. It was wonderful. Then we did the evidentiary mediumship a couple of times. It was wonderful. Then I had to figure out how to do that online with everything that happened last year, with all the shutdown, with the inability to get in person. So that's really brought me into the skills that I needed to bring together this intuitive guidance course. So now I do feel comfortable that I can help you develop your intuition, mediumship, connection to spirit, whatever you want to call it. In a way that you can really develop it so that I can meet you wherever you are and you can go to the next level. So very improperly today in Guidance 311, I ended up talking about this at the end of the pulling of the cards for the couple of people that showed up. So I thought, wow, it's time. It's time to really bring this to all of you. I was guided to bring it to you earlier this year, and honestly, it was my own insecurity, my own ego, holding me back so that I continued to play small. If you saw the daily card today, I said, people, it's time to not play small anymore. And, part of that message was for myself. So the guidance, intuitive guidance course really is going to be about, how do you build that connection with spirit? How do you foster that connection so that you can start really a couple of things? Getting in connection when you want to, very intentionally. A lot of you that are coming to me, you're coming to me saying, spirit comes to me, but I don't know what to do with it because it's coming in when you least expect it. And when it comes in when you least expect it, you end up shutting it down because that fear, boom, floods in, and then that very careful connection gets broken. So that's what we're going to really talk about, explore, how you make that connection. What is frequency? What is vibrational frequency? How does that impact or affect your connection with spirit? How can you strengthen that in a way that you can tune in, tap in, turn on when you want to either give messages for other people or just get messages for yourself. Some of you, that's exactly what you want to do. You're going to be able to take this and say, okay, now I'm ready to share my gifts. For some of you, it's like, I just want to do this for myself. I want to, learn how to tap into and turn on to be able to get the messages that are for me, so that I know the way in which I need to go in my life, that I get the shortcut. You guys know I've talked about this. When you're listening to spirit and you're trusting and acting on the guidance, that's the shortcut, man. when you're someone who keeps circling around in your patterns because you keep playing small or you keep going in the same direction, hoping for a different outcome, you're creating chaos in your life. I've been there. I understand that. And how do we break that cycle? How do we break that cycle? How do we allow those uncomfortable feelings, those nudges to come in and us to trust and act on them? Because it is uncomfortable. Spirit is not going to bring you what you've been being brought. Spirit is not going to keep telling you to go in the way you've always gone. So two things. The messages are going to be persistent. They're going to keep coming until you make the change. And for some of you, and myself included, it took years. I kept getting the same message. I keep getting dumped out of jobs. I kept losing relationships because I kept making the same mistakes. I kept making the same decisions because I kept going with what resonated with me at my vibrational frequency where I was. That was never going to get me anything different. It was always going to get me that same result of falling apart or not having. So learning how to get out of those resonant frequencies. So if you're someone that's down here playing in victimization or blame or discouragement, and you keep choosing energies that resonate with that, you're never going to change. You're never going to change. So this course is going to help you to learn how to start raising your vibration up into frustration, irritation, and patience, all the way up to optimism, and then getting into enthusiasm and happiness and passion, and then love. So that's what we're really going to talk about and focus on. How can I change my frequency to start resonating with what I want, not what I've got? And that's work. And that's why we're called light workers, because we have to do the work. So hello, Vibhuti. Hello, Serena. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Dorothy. Hello, Lori. Hey, Karn. So guys, that's what this course is going to be about. And so we're going to talk about vibrational frequency. We're going to talk about the emotional chart, where on the emotional chart, different emotions vibrate frequently, frequency-wise. You know, where blame and discouragement and guilt are down here, and where love and joy and passion are up here. How do you get there? How do you change your frequency, and why does it matter? Why does it matter? Because so many of you are having intuition, spirit connection, but it's coming in a way that you can't quite understand it or trust it and act on it, or it's coming in sporadically and randomly. And so that's what this course is going to do, is we're going to use the experiential practice in different practices to help you to start really being able to sit down and drop into your heart center so that you can connect to spirit when you want to. Or when they do come in, you know how they feel, and you know that, oh, that's my guide. That was a message. That wasn't my thought. That wasn't my ego holding me down. So that's what this course is going to be about. So for many, many, many of you, it's what you've been kind of looking for and asking me to produce for a while now. And now I feel that I can bring it to you in a way that wherever you're at, we can help you move up. We can help you. So even if you feel like you're just starting, we can give you the tools and the techniques that you need to move up. If you're somewhere that's already kind of up here and you're getting a lot of messages, well, we can still give you the help that you need to take it to the next level, wherever you're at. So this course is going to be designed to give you a lot of fundamentals and foundations, but then also, once you have those in place, what you can take to keep practicing and using to get you out of the traumas and the dramas that are holding you back, getting you out of that resonant fear energy that is holding you back. And that's why I just feel it's the time for this course, because I'm working with so many of you that are really ready to kind of step into your own connection to spirit, but you're not sure how to do it. Please, guys, if you do have a question as I'm talking, please feel free to put that in the chat box, and we'll make this a very interactive question answer kind of thing. And the description for this class is on my website in the services tab. Really don't know why that posted. Oh, yes, I do. Never mind. So that's what this, so I've been really called to bring you this course for a while now, but I've been sitting on the fence a little bit. You know, whenever I put a course together, whenever I put a class together, whatever it is I'm bringing to you, I want to make sure that it's going to be beneficial, that you're going to be able to take what I give with you and keep building on it. Because your connection with spirit, your journey with spirit, your journey with being a light worker, and guys, I'm going to tell you, I put the intention out there that if you find me, it's because you need me. So the intention that I put out there is those who need me, find me. And that's what I'm finding as I work with more and more of you, whether it's, you know, the guidance or the healing, you know, what's going on here is that you're coming to me with these traumas and dramas, these negative vibrational frequencies that you're really having a hard time overcoming. So, you know, do we overcome it through guidance, where I'm tapping in to your loved ones and getting, you know, answers for you? Or are we doing the healing? Are we doing the integrative energy therapy, where I'm calling in the archangels to come in and help heal and transform any negative blockages that you have in your energy signature? Whichever way, I'm finding that there are many, many, many of you that are so ready to step into this role of light worker, this role of ascended vibrational being, where you're able to tap in to that intuition that they're bringing to you, whether they're bringing it to you in dreams, whether they're bringing it to you in signs, in symbols. Some of you are starting to see the number sequences. You know, if you start seeing 555, look up 555 angel number. There's a message there for you. Some of you are starting to see the animal totems, the squirrels that are everywhere, or the hawk that's joining you on your walk, or, you know, I've had many different ones over the years, you know, the ladybugs that just appeared and were everywhere, you know. And if you type in the animal totem, you know, ladybug animal totem, you'll get what that means. And there's a message there for you. So spirit is bringing you these signs and these symbols as long as, and they'll keep bringing them to you until you recognize them. So for many of you, it's like, I couldn't not recognize that because it was in my face. Like, they were everywhere. That sign was everywhere. That symbol was everywhere. I couldn't not notice it. That's spirit. Hey, Steph. So that's what this course is going to do, is we're really going to talk about rooting out those traumas and dramas, you know, where you're at on your vibrational frequency so that you can start to raise it. And then how do you drop into your heart? How do you drop in so that you can communicate with spirit? You can start building that relationship with your guide so that you can start getting in alignment and have the life that you want to have. You know, in many readings over the years, you know I've used the analogy, you know, spirit will give you the shortcut. If we stay in our human condition, then we're going to go the long way, and we usually have to learn a lesson. And for many of us, we've been going around and around and learning lesson after lesson, but not really learning the lesson because we keep in our humanness making the same mistake, because we keep making the same choice because that's what feels comfortable. Spirit is never going to bring you what feels comfortable. It's always about moving you. It's always about growing you. It's always about transforming you in some way. And that's why if you can build that relationship with spirit, when you're brought to something new, yeah, in our humanness, it's still going to, you know, give us pause. Okay, am I really going to make this leap of faith? But we know that we're protected. We know that there's a safety net. We know that they're there and they're going to give us the help, the people, the situations, the resources that we need if we make the decision to go in the new direction. But if you haven't tapped in If you haven't built that relationship with them, you're going to keep playing small or making the same, not mistake, but the same decisions that resonate with you, that have resonated with you forever because it feels safe. Your ego is always going to want to keep you safe because back thousands of years ago, that's what kept us alive, by trusting that fear that if we went out, we were going to get eaten. We don't need that safety switch anymore. So now we have to quiet that so that we can drop down into our heart and know and feel the way that is for us, what spirit is bringing us, so that we can move forward. That's what this course is all about. It's really going to, we're going to do the guided meditations. We're absolutely going to do those because that's really important for you guys to feel that experience, to feel spirit, maybe in a way you've never felt them before. And I can say that because of all of these couple of years of doing these guided meditations and the response that I've gotten. People have a more clearer experience with spirit, because you're meditating in a collective field with many other people. I'm facilitating it, and our energies are raising all of our vibrations so that you're going to be able to have an experience that you may not have ever really had before in a meditation. So that's going to help you to know that, yes, I can get there. Yes, I know what that feels like now. So now when I get there on my own, I'm like, okay, I know what this is. It's not scary, and you don't shut yourself down. That's what the class is really going to, why taking the class would be one of the huge benefits. Absolutely. And that's what I've been telling people. I've actually had people ask me, can I just buy the recordings? Can you just do recordings and I'll just do the class on my own? It's like, no, because then I'm not there to answer your specific question. I'm not there to give you the experience that I need you to have, so you know that you can feel and hear and see and experience spirit, maybe in a way you've never really experienced it before, or you have and you weren't quite sure if that's what it was. So that's why these classes are completely enjoyable for me, because there's so many of you that just have these beautiful aha moments. That has always been what my teaching, whether it was traditional high school, middle school English, or this, was getting people to recognize, realize, and experience in a new way for the first time, whatever it is that I'm bringing to them. Does anybody have any questions? Does anyone have any questions? So some of you, again, I was talking about, you were going to want to not share this, and that's okay. So for some of you, you will want to share this. Some of you are being called to share this. Some of you really are called to help others. And some of you, it's just really for yourself, like really just wanting to get into connection for yourself so that you can use it in your own life to get into alignment with what you're here to do in this life experience. Because when you're in alignment, when you're listening to spirit, that is when they're giving you the guide posts to where you need to go in your own experience. So hello, DML Smith. Welcome. This is going to be the intuitive guidance course. And so the description, I don't know if I could get the description. Maybe I will see if I can get the description. Actually, I think I put the description in the description box. Yeah, the whole description's in the description box. So please take a look at that. But this course really is going to be about getting you into alignment in your life, where you need to go, who you need to go with you, who doesn't get to go with you. Because when you're getting into alignment and you're raising your vibrational frequency, you've got a lot of people in your life, or many, or some, depending on you, who will not be able to go with you because they will not be able to accept the growth that you have done in your own life, that you are not playing the victim anymore, that you're not blaming others anymore, that you don't feel guilty anymore, that you don't feel like you don't deserve anymore. So when you stop resonating with those people, they will fall away. There will be coworkers, friends, family members who won't be able to go forward with you. And that is one of the really surprising things for some people, that even though they're doing really good things for themselves and really good things are now happening in their own lives, that there are people around them that aren't supporting that. And it's like sad, and it can be hurtful to feel like, okay, for the first time in my life, I'm stepping into my power. I'm affecting my life in such a positive way. Opportunities are coming to me. New people are coming to me. I'm having all these wonderful things happen. But now I have these people around me that aren't happy about that, or they're not happy for me. And all you can do is let them go, light and love. That's all you can let them do. But it is one of the side effects that I had to come to terms with. And for me, I was kind of on this journey by myself, and I didn't know that that was going to be one of the side effects. Like, it was very surprising and shocking to me, and hurtful, very hurtful. So it is going to be 5 Wednesdays in June from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. It will be 2 full hours. We will go over if we need to, depending on how many people are in the class and who's willing to stay on with me. And also, and the fare exchange is going to be $225. Spirit gave me that price point, and it is probably one of my highest price points ever. But it is because it is fair exchange, but also I'm really looking for people who are ready. And so if you feel like that's something like you're not willing to do, that's okay. I do have other courses that are coming that are more inexpensive, so please look for that. But if you truly are ready to kind of step into co-creating your experience, getting into a place where you're in alignment with spirit in a way unlike you have ever been before, then the experiences and the information that I will be giving you is going to allow you, again, to have the experience in class, but then to also take the information and keep utilizing it in your own experience for what you need as you move forward. Because again, some people are going to be more not as far on their ascension path, as some will be more in the middle of their ascension path, and some will be higher on their ascension path. And wherever you are, that's okay, because we're all going to be able to interact with each other and give to each other and help each other and model for each other. And honestly, in every class I've had, the people that made up that cohort, that class, they were the right people to be together at that time. I've had people who've paid for me for classes and then weren't able to take it that time, but they were able to take it the next time I offered it. Oh my gosh, that's when they were those were the people they were supposed to be with. So everything happens in divine timing. Everything happens when it's supposed to. So please don't ever feel like I'm ever concerned about when we'll work together, because I know that it'll be at the right time. It always, always, always works out that way. Even those of you who've had to reschedule appointments with me, when we've gotten back together, it's been better or felt better because it just felt like, okay, this was the right time. This is when we needed to be together. Something had to happen for you before you came to see me, and it happened in that space where we had to reschedule. So it's always divine time is right time. And I feel that every single time I work with folks. So I know that even if this is something that's resonating with you, but you're like, you know what, I can't do it in June, that's okay. It just means this isn't the right time, but you'll be able to do it next time or the time after that when you're ready. But if you're ready now, I hope you'll join us in June. I really, really do. Does anybody have any questions? So this is going to be the class that many, many people have asked me to offer for over 3 years, where they really just wanted to know, how do I build a relationship with spirit? How do I get to know how to act and trust on the messages that I'm getting? And how do I get to be able to receive those messages when I want, not when it just kind of happens? So to be able to do that, you have to raise your vibrational frequency. It's all about energy, and energy can never be destroyed. So energy has to be transformed. And a lot of our traumas and dramas are very, very negative, dense, heavy energy that we have to transform before we're going to get light enough to be able to raise our frequency and vibration enough to be able to hear, feel, and see and know spirit in the way that it's really going to impact our life. That is a strong enough connection that you can start trusting and acting on it. And it takes practice and it takes time. And so one of the big things we're going to talk about is meditation. And for many, many people, meditation can be a very, very uncomfortable concept, because a lot of people are like, I can't quiet my mind. I can't stop the thoughts. So one of the things I would say is, it's not about stopping the thoughts completely, because we're human. We're never going to be able to do that. But what spirit needs really is just the pocket between the thoughts, the space between the thoughts. If you can create the space between the thoughts, that's when spirit can slip in and give you the message. So that's why starting a meditation practice is so important. So even if you're like very, very new to connection, to intuition, to spirit communication, meditating is going to be so, so beneficial in your everyday life, not even just your spiritual life. So 5 to 10 minutes of just sitting quietly. You can be in the shower, just really focusing on washing your hair for a few minutes. You can be sitting in your car. You can be getting into some kind of meditative pose in sitting quietly and listening to a clock tick. You can simply grab your earbuds and your phone and sit and listen to a 5-minute guided meditation. Like, meditation can be anything that you're comfortable with. For some people, it's cranking the music and driving, because that loud music actually like shuts down one side of your brain so that you can get into that quiet space. Whatever works for you. There's no right or wrong. The key is to do it on a regular basis. Every day, every other day. Taking the time out. Hello, Mary Dawn. Hello, you're welcome, Smith. You're welcome. Taking the time out. And I know for many of you, you're like, I'm too busy. I got, the kids, I got school, I got work, I can't. If you can, and it's important that you do. It's important for your health. It's important for your stress. It's important for your communication with spirit. There's so many benefits. And I probably should have pulled it up, but on my website, on the downloads tab, there's actually, you can print out a sheet of benefits of meditation that have nothing to do with spirituality. So many benefits. So that is definitely one thing that I talk about in any class you ever take with me. We're going to talk about meditation because it's so important. And I honestly understand some people's blockage about meditation, because that was me. I was like, I am not a monk that can sit in a cave for 3 hours in silence. Never going to happen. And that's not what meditation is for me today. Sometimes meditation for me is taking that shower. Sometimes meditation is for me sitting outside with my cup of coffee and just staring. Sometimes meditation is just sitting in my chair and listening to the birds outside my window. Sometimes meditation is doing my dishes. Anytime you're quieting your mind, staying present in the now moment, it can be very meditative. So I would invite you on this video to think about what meditation you're drawn to, and then start doing that every day. For some of you, it might have to be right before you go to bed. Don't lay down, you'll fall asleep. Put your feet on the floor, sit up with your spine straight, and listen to a 5-minute guided meditation, 10-minute chakra clearing meditation on YouTube. Start simple, start easy, but start. So that is going to be the intuitive guidance course. I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. So that is going to start the first Wednesday in June. It will be all 5 Wednesdays in June. There are 5 weeks in June from 6:30 to 8:30. I'm really looking forward to it. So if you have any questions, please feel free to DM me and we can answer those questions for you. And I really appreciate all of you taking your time out to listen. And thank you for the questions that I did receive. Thank you so much, guys. All right, so I'm going to leave it there. Hey, Darlene. I'm just leaving, honey. But please check out the replay because I'm talking about the intuitive guidance course. And I'm really excited about bringing that all to you in June. All right, guys. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Tarot Tuesday. Be there, be square. All right, guys. I am sending you so many blessings and so much love. Have a good rest of your night.